Kelowna Rockets fans had a chance to ask the league commissioner some tough questions, and they did. From expansion and relocation to scheduling, player safety, and attendance, there was no set format for the first ever Q&A with Ron Robison. Officiating was perhaps the #1 issue, and there was a reason for that.
I was getting inundated in the Kamloops series last year by people complaining about the refereeing. And I finally just said, you know what, let the commissioner deal with this. I said, I'm forwarding everything on to him. And he said, you know what, Bruce, maybe we need to sit down with these people and listen to them.
We work with our officials now as much as the coaches work with their players on video. If they miss a call in a game, you can be sure that they're going to get it. If there was a good call made in certain games, they're going to get the video, all the officials.
I read an article in the Globe and Mail a few weeks back about challenge flags. Is that something that WHL is going to look at in the future at all?
So, gee, I got a question for you guys, because the one thing that drives me crazy about the fastest game and the best sport there is slowing it down.
Attendance in the WHL is down 7% this year, and the Rockets, after a long streak of consecutive sellouts, are noticing it. It appears the baby boomers are choosing winters in the sun over season tickets in increasing numbers, and that means teams need to attract younger fans to replace them.
These people tonight told us there's a group between 50 and 65 that have lost some interest in it, and now we have to find a way to get some of them back, but more importantly, a younger crowd into the building. And it's, you know, we've got a university with 8,000 or 9,000 students here and a college that's got 4,000 or 5,000, I believe. We've got to get some of them interested in coming to the games and doing some things at the rink that make it exciting for them to be here and get a little bit of life back in here.
We were a very similar position at this stage last year, but at the end of the year, we were up 2%.
How do you feel it affects attendance with the NHL taking the Western Hockey League's top-end talent away, in my opinion, far too soon?
We are the same position as the National Hockey League with midget players coming up. We agonize over calling those young players up into the league. Are they ready? And I think the NHL really has done a very responsible job.
Robison says there's no discussion on further expansion to the 22-team circuit at this point, and rumors of a team relocating to Boomtowns, Grand Prairie, or Fort McMurray are just that, rumors. But some franchises remain a concern, among them Prince George. The Cougars are having trouble drawing at the gate, and the road trip to get there is cumbersome for visiting teams.
It's a great hockey center, not unlike what Fort McMurray is, Grand Prairie. We've got lots of centers of that nature, but when you got to travel 6 hours to play your closest rival game, that's a great demand on players.
Going to Victoria, and I can tell you this from the chairman's side of things, we're there to get one more team on the island too. And Nanaimo is the city we want to go to, and it's a matter of time till they get a building and then we'll look at it.
Also discussed were efforts to speed up the game, the selection system for the World Juniors, and the point system for victories. The league usually follows what the NHL does, and the way they play in that league is expected to change, perhaps drastically, within the next 4 to 5 years.
I think you're going to see fighting disappear from the game eventually. Not that I agree totally with it. I think that that's going to come from the NHL down.
For his part, Robison thought the fans were well informed of the league and the game.
Many of those ideas we're going to be taking back to our league for discussion, and it was interesting to see how many of the questions were really very close to the discussions we're having in the league. The schedule, the style of play, a lot of those things are debates that are ongoing within the league.